Okay, and we're back. Okay, so this is some updates on my T1 CAV defense keep. I'm going to be showing some reports, some updates, what I've been up to, what the focus has been, all that good stuff. I'll try to be a little more thorough, but well, not thorough, but quicker in my speech here. Hopefully, this won't be an hour and a half long video. So first of all, really the first thing actually is we got a server merge, which has been really helpful. We've combined into one alliance with another major alliance, and we're beastly. It's been a lot of fun. Rallies have been non-stop. I cannot keep up with stamina. I keep damn near running out of stamina or having to get more. So literally, stamina is a problem even on a low corner account. Some things that aren't so good. So with the merge came many prestige levels and ranking bumping. So what I've got is I'm a little bit trapped right now. I've got 10 out of 9 subs. So shortly before the merge, they increased the sub slots. I nabbed a green Russia while I could, just because it was better than nothing. But the main thing is the general and your sub gear that you put on the general. That's bona fide. But now I'm locked into having 10 subs. I'm just in the rankings, just below the next step up. Which I want to aim for because I want to try to sneak in, swap into Euro subs, and then upgrading my keep. I'm at keep 39, and I've got walls 39 cooking. So I'm going to finish walls 39 this speed up consumption, and then I'm hoping next RSS consumption I go K40. The big things there are MA5 and certainly rally spot 40 with ladder down the road plans to unlock T15 ground. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. I made it to Monarch level 40, so I kept working on that. I do my offerings every day, that's why I'm in Arabia, and I swap my Monarch talents to the offering tabular. Just keep maximizing that. I'm not going to get to 41 anytime soon, but over the last couple months I've chipped away, got to 40. So all my duty gens it doesn't affect, because we talked about that last time. Level 39 duty gens is where basically the rest or all of the rest of your duty gens can become super. So if that wasn't done in the last one, we can see super duty. Let's go to our barracks, which is sort of the more important ones because of reducing the training speed and stuff. So those are super duty, super. So those are all maxed, and that takes level 39 at a minimum. So yeah, subs is a little tricky thing. So I'm hoping to swap to get K40 rocking, and then I'll swap back. K41 and beyond, that's probably not going to be anytime soon for me. I think I'll work on adding some power, unlocking T15s slowly, and then completing MA5, which is beastly in terms of tactical scrolls and gold and speeds that it requires. I did manage to unlock Victory Column 3, and it was a lot more difficult than I previously remembered. It required 3 max gen spec generals, which is why Keep 41 is not impossible, but very difficult. I've got all the... I don't think I have the jam for this. This probably glitched. But anyway, I believe for Victory Column 5, which is a requirement for Keep 41, you need 6 max spec gens, and I won't get that anytime soon. So I managed to kind of speed up a third one to unlock the third Victory Column, which again is nice because that increases your general's attributes, aka their stats, and then gives you some reduction time on your construction research, as well as your march time. So it's a bit of a 5% upgrades from Victory Column 2. Another little thing I did, all my Civ treasure except for the Gathering one, which I am still working on. I still need a little bit more, about 101. Are level 3, which is a really nice spot to be in. Again, you get a little bit extra. I believe the previous one, so for construction speed it was 6, now it's 12. All that little bit, all that stuff helps. Plus plus the additive debuffs and buffs you get for that. So like March size here we've got, so it's nice to unlock those because buffs once again are becoming nuts. So I've done that. So again, I'm hoping K40 next RSS consumption, and then following the next RSS consumption, I'll have to see how much I have left in Military Academy 4. I don't think much. I think I would like to start stretching out into MA5. I don't focus on completing all the side ones except for anything that increases while in an alliance rally. So I'm primarily not a SVS player. I'll help or join a rally if need be. I'll get some rains and so forth, but I'm Battlefield. So when joining Battlefield, I really want to pump those buffs. I mean, everything's good. It'd be great to finish all this stuff, but with limited resources, as we've talked about before, I want to really focus on what is most important and get as far down the chain here as I can. So Strike is one I'll complete. Obviously, that's March size, so that would be a really nice one to hit MA5 for. And then of course, what I call the big branches. So unlocking enough to do the big branches and then keep moving down. So for there, what else have I done? I've worked on Academy 39 somewhat, and I'm slowly doing a few more upgrades. The further down you get, it gets very expensive if you're not heavily coining and have massive amounts of gold and research stones. I'm not too bad on research stones. I know I would run out if I were to blast this all in one go, yeah, it's mostly the gold that I'm really hard up on. So I'm building a little stockpile. I probably will, since we had a recent tactical scroll event. I'm going to keep saving up for that. But for speed up consumption, whatever I left required that my walls doesn't use up, I'll use up some gold and finish my speed up consumption by finishing some of these off or getting a little further down, because like I said, they get very expensive when you get up to level 20 in some of these and beyond. They get into the hundreds of days of speed ups for one research and several hundred gold. They're very expensive. I think from last time I did a little switching around with my generals. I think primarily I've got Leonidas as my backup, so it's Cav and Ground kind of defense is the motif there. I'm not going to be tanking Siege too much, just because you need to really buff it up. I focus and work on those buffs, but that's not going to be my main buff. I'm not going to be 20-30 bill, so my focus is going to be Ground and Cav, T1 Cav in particular, as we know. Let's see if I made upgrades here. Okay, I didn't. So I would really like to probably honestly replace this with a Achaemenid piece and then do 2 sets and 2 sets. This attacking troops attack doesn't count on defense. I still chose it because the buffs are nice. So the mounted HP in particular and all the defensive buffs. But I still think I would want the offensive buff, so do a set piece with the 2 here, and then still have the regular axe set for the 10%. But it is what it is. Something else I did before I stretched back, I did bite the bullet and spent a little bit of money. And gems and refined stones, which equals money effectively. And I changed all my refines on Thebes from Mount HP flat attack to Mount HP flats. So that's what I did there. That's been a big upgrade there with my generals. For my refines, I think they did not change since last time. I think it was the first thing I really did when I started building this keep, and I knew I wanted to do T1 defense. So it's all Cav flats. Probably the biggest thing I changed is I made Grant my T11 Siege general. I was really thinning out my gems in particular when I was trying to refine my archer gear, Cav gear, T11 Siege gear, T13 siege gear, and then slowly working on ground. I just found that it's just getting so tapped out, especially when you do actually start landing good rolls that you want to keep, or acceptable rolls. Because I accept a little bit lower. I'm kind of like a 75%er, like, a 22.5 or above percent out of 30 is kind of what I'm aiming for, and I still have work to do nonetheless. Grant would be better suited for percents for me, or T13 siege, but he requires a dragon. My dragon's Fafnir's refined for siege flats. I like Grant for the March size, the 3-star, which I got him at. So again, the mentality here is I've upgraded the 2 pieces to get a little bit of attack bonus. Now it's percentage, which still helps your flats, but also helps your layers and stuff. It's still a good thing to do. It's still going to buff you up. And then just keep the 2 act pieces as is. I kind of want to save the rest of my forge certificates for other stuff. And then, as you can see, I'm still slowly working on refine. So these aren't super hot. That 326 I kept, but will probably replace. I'll keep the 396.43 and continue on. But again, the gems. So as is, if I were to reroll 2, you guys probably know this already. It's very expensive. So 6K per roll. So I'll get around to it eventually. So again, the tax aren't looking too bad. That 289 can get the fuck out of here and get replaced with something sweeter. But the 450s and the 500 is not too bad at all. The axe, yeah, I could probably get rid of that 313, but again, working on it. So like I said, I probably in the future would swap Grant to percentage if I got Coal Sheen. That'd be really, really sweet. But I'm more joining Alliance rallies with T11, regardless of the siege set. And then I'm actually using Zucca instead of Matthias as my pairing. Who was, I think, originally my big siege guy, but mostly he has buffs built in, and he's got March size. But again, him paired with Grant would be really, really good for percent. So further down the line, that's the way I'll roll. I do have Patronus for my big siege, and again, I have not worked on this very much. So the refines on the axe aren't too bad. That 13 can get replaced. Very difficult to get some sweet refines on that bracer. Again, the Civ gear is very expensive to refine. So I've got 2 decent rolls there, actually. That 20, I'd probably keep the 2 and then try re-rolling the latter 2. But all this stuff's expensive. Probably again, too, with the 2 pieces here, the 2 choreo, which again doesn't make sense for the in-buffs, but it's all about, these are the best pieces in my opinion, because they have just straight up built in the siege attack for the Civ pieces. And then I still get my Ares pieces with siege attack and siege attack on the act piece, and siege attack on the act legs. So it's siege attack all around, which I think is really, really good. I'll update these eventually when I get back to when I've kind of gotten as far as I've have with Archer, Cav, and my T11 siege. So archers, nothing too super special. I did upgrade the 2 pieces here for that bonus, for the attacking bonus. Worked on my ring a little bit, and the bow is kind of the same. And yeah, there's still a couple refines here. Again, I'll do a couple refines during the refine event per piece, and see if I can land higher. And if I can't, I kind of just throw in the towel. So I usually go about 13 rolls. And if I don't land anything that's higher, I just move on. There's just too much gear to focus on. And I've got them good enough where it's not perfect. And I'm by no means a whale spender on this account and all that. I'm a filler and like to have fun and join rallies and so forth. So it's kind of giving me good enough refines as well. Don't have the Nidhogg yet, but I'm really happy with this particular setup. This is a really great setup if you're able to score this. So it only requires 1 big piece. That's the plant boots. Would have got that during the good old days of the Tashi's wheel, or whatever the fuck it was called, pairing with the plant helmet. So you get the 2-set bonus there, and both of these are mount attack and mount buffs oriented. The two Ares pieces have been upgraded, but they both serve as really good mount attack buffs. And then the two bourbon pieces, which are small pieces, which is really, really good. I've been a little bit of a sucker. They've been doing, what is it, spend 3,000 gems or buy 3,000 gems for 5 days, and then you get those bonus goodies during the normal event. They've really suckered me into that, which I think is a good deal. It's a decent habitual amount of spending to aim for to complete that, and then while you're at it with the triple downs, I usually do go for one big pack and then score me a small civ piece, which is a tolerable amount of spending. Got decent refines. Again, that's 17. So things are looking good here, actually, to be honest. So again, I probably will get this kind of in the ballpark of good enough. I'll try for upgrading that 17. I'll try upgrading that 17. I'll try a couple times and then kind of move on, because I'll probably go back to Siege, perfect that. And then when I have T11 Siege rocking, I'll go back and start working on my big Siege a little more, get that dialed in. The one thing I'm aiming for, and we'll look at my inventory, I really want to try to grab Fur-Kazan's sword and bracers combination. Then I can upgrade the two Act pieces and then the two Ares pieces, and then get a ground game going on. When I do that, and this is further down the road, maybe when I unlock T15s, the idea there is I can hopefully maybe try to, in an All-Stars off-season, aim for Nidhogg, get a top 200 or top 400 spot, depending what the season requirement is. To do that, a lot of healing and T15s for my size. So T15s for sure. We're looking for those easy clears and those cleanups where you can grab 1 billion or more power from a cleanup and score some really good big points if you got a team that's willing to help you push. But yeah, it's at my size, I'm going to have to hit, heal, take defenses, heal. A lot of heals. I have to plan for it. So it's a little bit further down the road. All Stars is happening right now. So yeah, I have not worked on ground further. So same situation with the ground general is I usually pair him with instead of Alessandra, which I would in the future. For that March, I'm doing Napoleon and then joining with layers. So 10k of every layer and down is kind of what I'm doing. That way, if I am zeroed, I can still heal that preset, join rallies, and help out my team that way. Because none of this stuff's refined at all, I'll say, but it's got enough in buffs where it's helping. And my idea is I'm sending layers to help my my team in the rally. So some inventory items. So yeah, I'm sitting on 2 extra civ pieces, some of these frags, and then 15 supremacy. So that's halfway to a sword. I don't have any fragments of the sword, and I do have 14 fragments of the bracers. So I'm getting close there. And if I recall correctly, I don't. Oh, okay, I do have some these fucking things which are coin only. So I may upgrade bourbon bracers would be the number 1, and the ring, which I haven't done yet. So we'll see how I'm gonna split it. I have been spending just the $10 pack on the Wheel of Fortune horseshit, and that's just to aim to get at least some extra spins, but then get to this 100 level to get the one guaranteed supremacy piece. So I may have to spend twice tomorrow. Probably because I bought the monster stamina pack. Join some rallies. Otherwise, do buy the stupid alliance card. What is it? The alliance shop card or whatever. I do buy this hunk of crap, and I'll buy tributes and stamina and so forth, and speeds and all that stuff. So going back to the inventory. See, I have 2 civ pieces in the bag there. Been trying to keep up. I actually get lots of blazons from mist packs and sphinx and all that stuff, and so I keep trying to upgrade that. My blazons aren't super, but again, I've kind of upgraded them all and then slowly either replacing and fixing and going back that one. My one of my archer one is actually really awesome. I landed pretty good there, and I'm proud of that one. That's damn near exactly what you want there. In rally, range troop attack. So again, that's not marching, that's in rally. So I've got to be joining a rally or setting the rally. And that buff. So that one's pretty sweet. Again, the others I've gotten unlucky. So the HP, and then I land something like the monster or marching or troop training or reinforcing or something else I don't exactly want. So it's a process. It's a headache. I work on it when I get 300 or 400 of these chests, and then work around that. So I'll probably do that upgrade soon. Soon. Yeah. So gems aren't super stellar. RSS isn't super stellar. Where are my speeds at? So yeah, I'm hoarding some speeds. I do use extra ones in. I don't have a lot of heals, so I end up using commons. But I do end up burning some commons during battlefields to help my lines. I'll heal marches if we really want to zero a guy or we're behind or whatever it is. Plenty of materials and all that stuff. So some other upgrades I think I've done. So where are we sitting at? I landed a Mark Anthony, which is pretty good. He's not the best for huge keeps. So if you're 30 build plus, I still think Baldwin, Barbarian King, Nero are really great. The Santa Claus guy is fucking OP with the Siege HP debuff. But he's good for me. So I've got a limited budget. And he's got still some ground troop and mounted troop HP debuff, but then he's upped on the range attack debuff. So he's pretty decent. I still do like my Andrew Jacksons. So he's much lower on the range attack debuff, but he's got that mount HP debuff. Here's another little upgrade though. If we go to enhance, I landed 2 Baldwins. So there's the $5 pack that you can get during the events if you complete all the crap and usually coin it all. That's sometimes one of the packs I buy in conjunction with unlocking the 3,000 gems a day bullshit. And then yeah, it's a 1 in 8 chance I think of getting him. So I got 2 of them, and I think he's better used in Ascension. Probably at least for the first one. His second Ascension's kind of his third Ascension requires 5 more. So if I land another one, I may just use him and then ascend the 2 of them. Because then you get an extra 5% on the range attack debuff, so that makes it 35%, 25% on the siege machine, and then 10% HP on both those attacks, which is really great. So siege HP is very hard to debuff, as you all probably know. I've gotten some of the beasts, attached them. 2 Barbarian Kings. Barbarian King's amazing, especially for keep my size. I think if I do get another Barbarian King, I will choose to probably start ascending, actually. So I'll get that minus 10% all troop debuff, which I think is really great. For here, I've started upgrading this gear. So that gives an extra 8% to the range attack, upgraded the boots, and these are the Ares versions that have now been upgraded, so that mount HP, and then we get more range attack debuff because the set split. And then I've got the Antoine helm and the Fur Kazan leg armor, which is good for more range attack. And then same with this guy. I really like these 2 Augustus pieces. Together they give the enemy troop minus 10%. So you break up your axe set for 15% or 18% if it's the new set. So 10% is kind of I would say participation trophy amount, but at least it's something. And they still both offer something really good. So again, I'm not hyper worried about ground attacks, but I do want to debuff it a little bit because solo ground is coming back with a vengeance again with these K44s and 8-9 million march sizes. It's pretty bananas. So I do want to sort of protect myself from there a little bit. And I think Augustus Legs is probably the best debuff piece in the fucking game. It's got range troop and siege machine HP, the attack and defense on range. It's so good. It's got all the goods in one. Haven't upgraded the chest yet, but as you can see, this is the Ares version. It goes up by 4% on each stat. I just ran out of forge certificates, so I'll take care of that. And then I'm upgrading these 2. Once I have these upgraded, and then I start working on maybe some more attack general pieces that I want to upgrade, like on my ground general, on my T11 siege, big siege general, perhaps my defense general. There's a few more. Then I'll come back and I'll start doing the AC chest, weapon, helm, and legs, and then swap those over to this one of my other, because it'll be a complete set, and then swap the non-upgraded pieces back to the Barbarian King, and then slowly reverse that up. So yeah, I don't want to give up that 10th sub. It's just not worth it. I think having the 10 subs and having the extra general with a complete set plus his abilities and stuff is just too much to give up. Even if I got to choke the speeds, because I'm doing everything, all my building upgrades slowly. I'm saving stuff like the walls for speed up consumption. Obviously, my preference would be to reduce the amount of speeds it costs to complete a building. It's just a trade-off. So, like I said, I'm probably going to have to pump the shrine a little bit before that Sunday recap. Try to sneak in a little extra prestige there so I can jump into the next ranking level, and then be able to hold 10 subs, and then swap out, swap back, and then forget about it once I have K40 cooking. MA5 is also pretty big in the speeds required, so as is, I don't have anything. So yeah, we're looking at 20,500 days. But you know, I'm not in Europe. I don't have my crown on, and blah 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 blah. So that's the motif there. So yeah, I've been instead of the King Scheme pack, which I think is the best $5 pack, because you get with a double coupon, you get the most amount of gems. So you get 100,000 gems and 50 march speed ups. So that's really good to stockpile those for your battlefields. So if you do that during the week, spend your double coupons on that. It's really good. Yeah, I grabbed it on Andrew Jackson. There's a reason, because I'm going to start ascending him too, but there's another reason I'll talk in another video. But yeah, I've been doing, like I said, the Civ wheel to try to get 30 pieces of that Civ gear supremacy, and then churn out a ground sword. So again, that wouldn't be too bad. I got Alessandra, Ludwig, so it'd be really good to get K40, Rally Spot 40, some MA5 stuff cooking, T15s, and then sit on some pretty good buffs. Usually solo ground attacks, the hopeful thing there is you're doing a cleanup. They're completely out of, their reins are wrecked. All their layers are gone. They're nothing but, hopefully anything but cav. And then, you know, you're going to be clearing out lots of troops that can't defend against a layered fat march, and you know, the power trade's just, you know, 100 million to 2 billion or whatever, or more. So that's the idea there. As you can see, I've increased my power. So I think from last video it was around 4.4, so I've actually increased about 2 bill plus, which is really good. Let's join a rally here, don't mind me. So let's have a look at the troops here. So I've kind of rounded off a little bit of the T14, T13, and added bullets. So I always recommend this to my other Alliance members that are asking me questions and stuff. Like, you know, what should I do? More layers. And I kind of flip-flop, like add, like aim for 500,000 layers and your T1s, and then, you know, upgrade your layers to 1 million. And then once you're kind of at 1 million layers, start adding rally bullets. So rally bullets are usually your T11 Siege, your T12 Archer, which costs very little to make, T12 and T13 Cav, T13 Archer as well. When you can, some T13 Siege. Certainly I'm susceptible to solo siege attacks in a game, which is why I want to stick more with T11 Siege, but we'll talk about that. We'll show you some reports there, defense reports. That's something else I want to do. And again, ground, I'm not soloing with ground, so I'm kind of just rounding out my ground for defense. So kind of 3 million layers of that stuff. What I did do is I added more. I had a big chunk of tier 3 calves, And then tier 2 calves. So we got 40 million, 74 million, and then more T1s. So I'm pushing almost 700 million. It'd be nice to have $1 billion at my size. So the T2 and the T3 do I found in the reports, they kind of been protecting, they're kind of protection for your T1s, but they're still going to do stuff obviously with your buffs that you're buffing them, but the mechanics on them are fairly strange. They're not as effective as their T1s will be, I've found. Now why that wholly is, there's other people that can explain that shit a little better. Oh, max level. Did I feed this fucker yet? No. Okay, very good. So that's something. Yeah. Anyway, I still think I just wanted to add a few to help out for some defenses. I still think they do something. But yeah, let's have a look at some reports from some recent battlefields here. We'll be back at these commercial fucking messages. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. So, I wasn't able to play the 4th round of All-Stars Qualifier BOC. So this is from 3 weeks ago. So yeah, so with Reigns, all is well with Reigns. So this guy's a beast. This guy was trying to take me down. He was trying to solo me. By that time, I've got Reigns. And yeah, it's a 6 million march. I think his buffs were 20, almost pushing 2,700. My debuff, as you can see, is very, very weak on ground. I'm not expecting ground. I don't think they're going to attack with ground. And usually if they attack me with ground, they're going to clear me out. But again, I've got a little bit to reduce a little bit of this monstrosity and take a little bit of survival. So let's see what's going on here. So yeah, so I was healing layers. That's for damn sure. You can see I got T13 siege and he did not touch that. So probably my Reigns did a lot. Or there we go. We got the T3 doing some work. We got T2 doing some work. Look at that. We got some T1s doing work. Look at that. They killed 3.8 million troops. So, he came in with T15s, T14s, T13s, T12, and layers. So, I mean, I killed a good damn chunk of all this horse shit here that that just went to the pooper. So, I think that's pretty good. Oops. Who was this guy? Oh, yeah, this guy was trying to fuck me up. So, this guy solo sieged me. So, this was a good one. I'll show you the bad one. There he is. Okay, so he solo sieged me back to back. So, the first one, obviously, I got fucked right up. I had no reins. And my siege defensive buffs aren't that good, obviously, right? So, I mean, my defensive buffs aren't that good overall, but this guy's solo buffs are huge, right? Like we're pushing 3,000. That's pretty fat, all right? That's what's to be expected. His debuff's crazy. My debuff's pretty poor, so I'm pretty anemic on that siege HP debuff. Again, it's very hard to tap into that. But basically his buffs are so good, you can kind of almost see my maximum debuff on my other stats there. But yeah, so he came in, I'm going to assume, yeah, okay, so yeah, he hit me hard. So he took out my siege, he takes out my T14 archer. So that wasn't not fun. So he went positive on that, and then he came in for another swoop there, in which case I got range, which is sweet as fuck, and he's got no more siege to attack. So he's hoping to clear out the rest of my archer, assuming is the mentality there, but he splats. So har, hardy har, fucker. Why the fuck? Well, look at that. See, Evony doing crazy shit. I don't know why this is. So now we see my siege HP debuff is 336. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That's some fucking pipe hipping shit. I don't know what's going on. So let's have a look. So I got lots of reins. I don't think he's gonna touch my T1 calves. So let's see if they activated here. Probably not. The T2, tier 2 did. The T1s, it's probably me just tromping on layers. So I think these boils, I think my boils did a lot there. Yeah, we can see they did a lot more there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they did a lot more. But nonetheless, my point is, you know, it's nice to get points and qualifying stuff, but we're, I'm pushing other members. We're pushing for the team win. Certainly this kind of power trade is going to go for the team win. This power trade is going to be sad face. So prior to that, this guy sold me lots. So he archered me. So he probably archered me first up. Yeah, so the first archer went positive. Second archer doesn't. So he goes positive, negative. Oops, where the fuck? Oh, there's too many reports. Okay, so he goes negative on the second attack. And he's attacking with his sub-troops. He's going balls out. So he lost. I had no reins. So I tanked that. And again, let's have a look at these buffs. So pushing 2,900% buffs. I survived 2 solo attacks back to back, plus the siege. And then by the 4th solo siege, I got reins. So we can see my debuff though, 1160 out of his 2874. So if you double that, I'm debuffing 2320. Gonna need more. I mean, buffs are now 3,000, 3,500. They're through the roof. We can have a look at those reports a little down the trough. Again, that siege HP debuff. I don't know what the hell's going on. There's some weird shit going on. So he tried grounding me first. So he went full ground first. He did go positive, but again, I survived the hit, which is important. So from here, like, I'm not trashed. I'm not going to be soloable post this. I can quickly heal layers. He probably took out some archer. Oh, he attacked my ground. Okay, well, I'm not super sad about that because, again, I don't really join rallies with a full ground march, but holy fuck, did he fuck my ground, bro? Okay, so yeah, I took out my ground. It's funny. I guess that's the 2 troop types that interacted then. But again, my debuff on it's anemic, and he's got pretty high up buffs. But I survived it, and that's the point. So that's basically my opening power, 6.6 build. He tried to solo me to death. Har, har, har. Fuck you, it didn't work. He tried archering me, that hurt. He tried archering me again, that hurt him. He tried soloing siege me. Nope, that's not it. That hurt. And then I got reins for that. That hurt him, and then they still couldn't kill me there. And then I was just healing layers and then marches to join rally. So that was on the 4th. Which, by the way, we did zero the K44 and the K42 in this battle, and I got videos of that. I'll post it. I'm about to force put the K40.
Did you?
I got it recorded. I recorded it. Oh, I got it! I got the force port. Fucker. Holy shit. Okay, so let's try to reverse process this here. So I got rallied. That's not a stellar rally. That's less than 9 bill. They tried a cav rally to see if they could clear me. They were probably hoping on buffs. So yeah, they're pushing 3,000 buffs damn near. I've got 2408 debuff, so there's still some getting through. So that didn't go good for them. We went about even. They tried an archer. They had a few more troops. No, they tried another cav. My bad. And we went about even there. And then they tried a third cav. And we went about even again. They had more troops they gained. So that's a 22.5 million rally. Tank that. Now we can see my T1s are they got rocked there. So I've got less defensive stuff. I'm probably healing layers, but so finally I got some reins to help me. We go positive, tanking a 4th or 5th cav rally. So it's a 21 million rally. So I tank that, but again, I'm getting really weak by this point. I think I got zeroed in this match. So my T1s are pretty much done. My power's really chopped. Yeah, that's that one. Let's go here. Oh, that's someone else. Should delete that one. They rallied me again. I had rain, so I'm less than 1 billion power here. It's another cav, and overall we go positive. And he tries soloing me with ground. It doesn't work. We might have got a team heal there, or maybe not. But yeah, we solo ground. Let's check this guy's buff. Okay, so he's well, I'm still not max debuffing, so he tries another cav solo. We go even. He rains my ground, but probably a ground rain that took the hit on that. But again, we're going positive. He tries another ground, splats. Shouldn't say splats, but he doesn't get what he wants, that's for sure. Looks like we got a team heal there. My troop count's up. That's an archer, but yeah, his archer goes positive actually, considering the rains. Yeah, his archer bus pushing 3k, and again I've got about 2290 debuffed. Attacks me again with cav again. That's about even considering the rains. It's a little bit in his negative. He tries again with ground, and it doesn't work. He tries again, and we go positive. That's cav again, and he tries one more time with ground, and it still doesn't clear me because I got those rains. So certainly with rains, I survive a lot better. I guess everybody does. I mean, that's kind of fucking obvious, but I really feel I can really tank quite a bit with rains. So most of these are all positive in the power trades. I am between hits healing a preset. So if we go back there, I talked about this last time. 6 marches, perfect amount. So this is my boss joining preset, speaking of which. Yeah. I'll adjust that for battlefields. I'll do the Ludwig and Napoleon, and then add 10k of each troop type in here. This preset's my archer, cav, T11, big siege, probably usually for raining, or if we're really, really bonkers out, then I will, I'll send that too. Looks like I need to make a readjustment. That sucks. Fuck. Shit. Oh well. And then my heal preset. So with Electra and Charles, I've got the biggest smart size, which allows me to make the most amount of adjustments in here. So as you can see, it's just set to 48,000 of every troop. Mostly, I guess 40, yeah, I go down to 44 in the lower tiers. Yeah, I haven't super perfected this, but the idea is that it's, I'll probably do a little bit less siege actually, but I probably have it set to all the same so that when I hit 10k all troop types, then, you know, I'm not going to be missing siege if I use this preset several times. But the idea there is that, in between hits when they clear out all your cav, all your siege, all your ground, and then you're just going to be all ground or all archer or all siege for that matter. You're not going to just be a one tap. So you can get rains if you still got some of your T1s left. Yeah, you heal this preset once or twice, which takes about 80 days roughly, depending where you're at. And then just plop that out, and then you got some rains. You can get up to 100k of each troop if you hit it twice, give or take. So that's why that's there. So that's the GNO fuck show. I think I got trashed in this match on the 16th here. This is where I wasn't getting rains, so they rallied me up pretty good. So this is a cav rally that was certainly a lot better. So that's a 29 million cav rally. I hadn't, so I'm 5.9 bill at the start here. I don't think I have as many T1 calves. I'd have to go back and check the troop count because I've been training a lot more T1 calves and 3s and 2s in the last couple weeks. So the power trade's negative, but I survive. So from this position, the idea too with this defense is that you're not dead. you've occupied their attention to me, which allows my team to set rallies on them, counter set, and then I can heal, and that's either full heal, which I've never done, or ask for rain, so forth. Port out of the way, do a reassessment here. So again, almost 3,000 cav HP. So again, I've up some of the buffs in here a little bit since. They came in for a second attack. Again, no rains. That's a solo. So they tried solo arch. That went about even. So that solo arch is about 2,400. And I'm pushing max debuff on the attack. They go in. I did get... Oh, this is a building. I should delete that. And yeah, there it is. Okay, so the rally. So I was pretty hurt. These guys are pretty fast. I couldn't port out of the way. I was joining lots of rallies in this match. I lost more troops. Didn't heal there. So yeah, I got trashed in this one for sure. This was a tougher match for me, but yeah, we're on about even. So this was Chalons, I believe. Yeah, the timeline seems correct. So they went positive on me. They didn't get down to my T1s, but they're certainly going to be hurting me. I've got no rains, so we didn't have a pre-rain game. So that mount attack's pushing 3k. I've got a debuff on it of 2,600-ish. That's probably been reduced a little bit. I've swapped a few pieces around, particularly the ack legs that are ranged defense. So I swapped out some of the mount attack, giving it some of the range defense to up that a little bit. Kind of balance it out a little bit more. But as the buffs get bigger and bigger, like, I mean, fuck, they're going to be 3,000, 4,000, 3,500 in that range. So, I mean, it's to max out that debuff's going to be very difficult. But once again, I survived that. This one I go positive. This is a ground rally. They thought they'd clear me out. So my T1 calves probably did the work, but they were hurt. So I go positive on the defense, but I'm crushed. Probably from one of these fat fucks of 2,800% attacks is going to wipe me out, and go figure, this fat bitch fucking wipes me out. Yeah, so big fat bitch with big fat bust, which is a big fat bitch, cleared me out. So, yeah. Plus the rains took a pretty bad swap there. But if you can see, that's 1.3 total on our side versus about 2.1 on theirs. So we go positive on defense. Came in for a solo, goes shitty. Came in for another solo, goes terrible. Nice try. Yeah, so that's a good report right there. Had rains, one rain still in me. Ground's coming in. Ground does virtually nothing compared to power lost, and that stuff's very expensive to heal. They come in for another rally. I've got 8.5 million rains. Again, we go positive, but they definitely take out a T1 there. So what's this one? I might keep clicking on the same fucking one here. No, they tried cav me, so I'm damn near dead here. I'm basically dead here. This is kind of my last stand. It goes about even with the cav, and then did we get... Fuck, we might have gotten a team heal in between this. So I survived that. Again, that's looking really positive just from that. So they rally up again. That's about 800 to 1.4. Another solo that goes nowhere. I virtually solo tanked that. T1 probably doing work there. I don't even need to do look up again. Yep, there's another solo ground. It's going nowhere. Okay, so now they try T11 Siege. They were probably desperate for points at this time. They try Cav, solo Cav. Solo Cav's not going to do it. They try another solo and it just doesn't do it. And this guy clears me out. Okay, so it's a rally. So no rains. Probably was done with layers. I probably got hit a lot of times. Certainly went down swinging, so a lot of the joiners there, they 400 million power, to 800. So I think, in my opinion, I did pretty good going down there. So this, I was already hurt. I probably joined some rallies already. This is back again when I was kind of below 5 mil. So over the last couple months, I've really increased my power. I haven't been ready for K40 in terms of the speeds and the gold for MA5 and all that stuff. And even going rally spot 40 would be great. I just didn't really have more troops. So I really wanted to increase some power, especially since the merge. We got some bigger keeps in there. So that makes me an average, much smaller player. So it's nice to have troops to play around with. So what is this? Yeah, this is Solo Siege. Yeah, some of this stuff's odd. That's in a building. So this is a rally. We got Archer. Yeah, okay. So Archer's gonna hurt my calves. And then they go for a calf rally. Yeah, okay, they fucked me up pretty bad there. So Archer, Cav, and again, that's why I buff those two the most. It's usually an Archer opener, Cav follow-up, ground solo, Bob's your uncle. If their buffs are big, if their rallies are fast, I've got little to no reins. Yeah, there's the Cav, and this is, yeah, there you go. There's the ground. So that's obviously a bad power trade, no layers. That's the exact sort of thing I want to be doing on the reverse if I get the sword for my own general. And to be able to pull off. Yeah. So what was his buffs here? Yeah, 2,000. So not super bona fide, really. I think by the time I get K40, MA5 cooking, some good things in there. Some good refunds on the gear. I think that's possible. So yeah, so Archer, Cav, ground solo. Saw my demise there. I think we got a team heal here. So I healed up. I got reins. And the Archer, I was back in the game. Now, I'm not saying I hyper tanked that, but we won the defense and we went positive in the points. So yeah, we probably took. Yeah, this is. Yes. So again, another ground follow-up he's trying. I've got the reins, so those reins are going to trigger. This guy was super horny for me. So this is a different match now. So this is 4 weeks later. I went on a bit of vacation in between here. So yeah, this guy was super horny for me. So he opens up with Archer solo. Didn't use his subs. So it's possible he's using flats on this general. So I would say we went even, but nah, not really. Maybe he's not using flats. That's pretty. I know Myth's got really bona fide buffs. Okay, so see, here's the second Archer setup. So he's got Archer, and then he uses his subs in this one. Ironically, though, he's killed the juice, and my defense starts to kick in, even though I don't have reins. And I go fairly positive on that. So yeah, attack buffs are over 3,000. Myth's got some pretty nice buffs, and this is back in late July, so we're talking, 2 months ago. I'm sure he's only increased that shit since, so this guy's pretty beastly. And then I get rallied, no reins, I tank it solo. It's an Archer rally, but I'm sure they trimmed off some of my T1s there, given those numbers. Yeah, so as you can see, I had less T. I mean, they probably already got killed earlier, but I didn't have as many T3s and T2 mount troops before. So they shave off about a third of my T1s. So I'm still in the game. That's that rally. Sorry. Well, they rallied me again. Same thing, back to back. 517. Okay. Fuck. Came in with the ground. Again, I survived it. So, again, the idea from this point is, yeah, that went negative. Not super negative, but it didn't clear me. And clearing me would have taken out, 2 billion power. So from here I can heal, I can port, I can get away, I can hide for a little bit. I can call for reins, heal my layers, heal presets, join rallies, get back in the game. still survive, and that's kind of my position for my size and for my expenditure, right? Like, I don't have level 8 Civ treasure, I don't have 3500% bust and all that stuff. You know, I'm hovering in at much lower levels. I'm a filler. So yeah, so that's that one. He comes in again. So there we go. We got a little bit of rain, and then yeah, that archer did, which makes me think he's using flats here, or he's using like T9s and shit to do that. They try rallying me. Is this a different? Still the, yeah. Okay, so this is a different match now. So this is mid-August. So yeah, I probably was still at 4.5 billion power. I probably joined some rallies, lost some troops, lost some power that way. Got a little bit of rain, which is always nice, and we go positive on that, and that's the mighty archer. Then I solo another archer rally. Is this still the? Oh, okay, this is a different. Oh yeah, okay, this is the 26 now. Different match. What about even with that? Now, the key thing I'm thinking here is the power trade's not good. All my top tier cav are gone. I should probably ghost them more if I am gonna tank a rally. Get quicker on that. But I know my T1 calves, given this are still alive. As you can see, I was 5.2 bill, so I'm up on my power a little bit. Certainly not 5.2 bill there. Is this, yeah, the 26th? So this guy comes in for a solo. Sorry, that's fuck. This is a solo cav. Another solo cav, which goes negative. Fuck. It's solo arch. Do you use subs? Yeah, I use subs, but look at this. Survive 0. This guy's got no sub troops. So, not fucking wise to be soloing out yourselves, smartass. So, it seems to me we came back and we zeroed this guy, or we hurt him really bad. So, he can solo me all he wants, but yeah, if you're gonna have no sub troops left, you're not gonna have any debuff, dumbass. So, you should probably consider that. Plus, he hurt me, but I still got lots of T1 calves left, so here he comes again. Again, he's got, that's Siege. So he hurts me, clears out some of my upper tier Siege. The previous would have been calves. But I'm still alive, man. I'm still alive. I can heal March presets and join rallies quick. Here we go. He gives me another cav. Again, he's got... dude, he's got no debuff, man, so I don't know. It's up to you, bro. Goes even. This big fat fuck. Different match. So let's talk about this. So we all know Damon, whatever the fuck his name is. The first K44. So this guy's massive. That March is 7.7. Seems a little small, bro. You should push that up. This guy is massive. I mean, kudos to him. Okay, so his solo ground buff is over 3,200%. My debuff on it's 500. It's piddly. I do not go positive on this trade, but what he doesn't do is make me another fucking report that gets posted on fucking Discord. Another jackass fucking solo by a shit ground fucking March, yay, jerk off material. Clears out a 5 bill keep or 8 bill keep that we've been seeing. So he doesn't do that to me, which is all the more. So this is Chalons or whatever the fuck. And yeah, we weren't kind of pre-raining us mid to smalls. So I was on my own. And yeah, so he sold a lot of us smalls to death pretty much. So ground, he tries another ground. He's got lots of troops to spare. I mean, look at this, fucking 100 billion power. I mean... normally a 30 bill keep, you send 7 million troops out, you're blowing, I don't know, fucking 3.5 million T-15s. You're going to run out eventually, but yeah, this guy's just unlimited, so that's the solo ground, same buffs, same eating material. Comes in again, this time it's Cav, I go positive, but now he's starting to eat my T1s, so now I'm starting to get vulnerable. Let's see about the Cav buff here. So yeah, he's over 3,200% cav buff. I've got the attack buff. chipped away, but the HP and defense is not very good. So that's why I've kind of added that a bit. And then he comes in again and fucking takes 2.5 bill with a second cab buff. So yeah, when he's using, fuck me, look at those sub-troop fucking counts. Jeez Louise. What a crazy fuck. So yeah, there's no, so I took 5, it took 5 to hit me. It took 5 to solo me. So good on him. So from there, healed marches and joined rallies and still got soloed in between. So did the best I could there. Interesting. Anyway, those are some reports I wanted to show you. So just kind of what I can tank, what I can hit. You're not going to survive everything. If there's enough rallies and enough big solo people and you got no reins, you're going to go down. I mean, 6 billion versus 100 billion player, that's VIP, probably 25. Like, you're not going to tank that. The idea here is... normal battlefields outside of All-Stars and Chalons, you got your BOG, your BOC, and it's about surviving in those environments, helping your team, taking some hits, defensive hits, gaining points there. Try to dodge rallies, but if you got to soak one up, then you're not you don't have to heal from full and have to worry about healing marches, keeping them ghosted, worry about getting force ported and so forth. So yeah. Anyway, and it's kind of fun to fucking tank a K44 rally like or a solo attack like we did. Oh, for fuck's sakes.